Hi. So the first part of this playlist would be to get you started with Anaconda. Anaconda is the environment installation environment which has all the softwares required for data science, for getting your work done in data science at one place. So it's quite comfortable to get the things installed via Anaconda environment rather than installing them through command line or through pip. So it has become an industrial practice to follow Anaconda and get the installations done. So you click on download over here. Let you click the download over there. Let the download happen. Hi, so let's get started with the setup. Proceed to next. Go through the agreement if you want to go through the agreement. Click on I agree. Just me, and you'll get started with the installation. I'm not going to perform the installation as it is already installed on my setup. Once you have done the installation, you can use Anaconda prompt, which is the CMD, which has the Anaconda environment built on it, as well as Anaconda navigator. Anaconda, the things which you might be needing with Anaconda is Spider, which is a work environment, code ID environment. So is the case with Jupyter notebooks. How do you launch up Jupyter notebooks? Type Jupyter notebook, and a new Jupyter notebook would be triggered and would pop up right in front of you at this particular path. So if you want to create Jupyter notebooks at a specific path, you need to first uh, redirect yourself or relocate yourself to that particular path and then shoot up the Jupyter notebooks. Another important feature which you might be needing of Anacondas is Spider, Jupyter, and let me check. Is Sublime Text is quite useful for short script writing. You just want a vanilla script writing. This is quite useful. Very lightweight editor, extremely lightweight editor, and absolutely fine. Alright, I think that's good enough. So let's wrap it up over here. Hope you get started with Jupyter and Anaconda and Spider and Sublime Text. And if there's anything you might need, please let me know. If you want to close this particular thing, you need to Control C. Control C is for closing anything. As you're writing a command, you need to close. If you want to write a Python script on the go without any editor, terminal mode, type in Python. Control Z to close out. Control C to delete the running, to stop or interrupt the running command. So even if you are running a Python code, you can interrupt a Python code by running Control C. Or if there's a script running and it's taking a lot of time, you can run Control C. Now this whatever you see over here, how did I zoom in? Take the two fingers and put it on your touchpad. Try to go away from the center. It will try to zoom in. If you try to shift in towards the center, it will zoom out. It will zoom out. It is zooming out, shifting in, zooming out, shifting out, zoom in. Now what you see over here is the environment you are using. Now why is it important to maintain environments? So this is a base environment. Now let's say you're working for a TensorFlow. Now you want to have a TensorFlow environment. So in the TensorFlow environment, you will have a set of configurations And let's say you're working for TensorFlow version 2.4. So for TensorFlow version 2.4, you'll have a set of requirements and key configurations. So for corresponding to that, you'll have a TensorFlow installation, NumPy installations, and those kind of things. And that is something you don't want to mix up or destroy the already configured base environment, which is working pretty well. So what you're going to do is, just hold on, let me check the command. So I can get the list of environments which are present in my system via Anaconda environment list, and so I have one base environment and I have one TensorFlow 2.4 environment. So what I can do is Anaconda activate TF 2.4 and the environment shift changed. Now if you want to make a new environment, what you're going to do is Anaconda make new environment. So just go through the sheet. This is quite helpful and useful. Anaconda create and give the name along with the Python version. If you want to specify some particular versions, you can specify that while creation of the environment. So let's say Anaconda create dummy environment. So dummy environment would be created. Anaconda environment list. You can see the list of environments out there. Dummy environment. If you want to delete an environment, how do you delete an environment? So everything is there in the sheet. I think you'll be able to work along with this. So I want to remove the dummy environment. I can remove the dummy environment. Now let's check the list. And this is the list. Sometimes you might need to install a Python package. Let's say you want to install Pytorch. So don't search for Pytorch and search for installation. Rather, the simplest way to do any Anaconda installation. The purpose of Anaconda environment is to simplify your installations. So if you are installing Anaconda, then trying to search how to install Python, how to install OpenCV, that's a sheer waste of time. Just type in the Python package name or the framework name and then search, add a word Anaconda install. That's it. So whatever the search result, and ensure that it is Anaconda link. That is the search result you should be looking for. Go to that link, copy the command line, paste it over here, but first I would like to create an environment. Anaconda Now we are in the Pytorch environment. Now let's install Pytorch. So these are repos which are officially being maintained by the by the providers of Pytorch. So you need not to worry about all the things. That's the best part of using Anaconda. If you were to install Pytorch on your command line, so this is a different command line. Anaconda command line is different. Anaconda prompt is different from CMD, from command line. So you need to have a good understanding of how to, so basically why to use Anaconda: simple environment managing, better environment managing, and better installations, a bunch of preloaded softwares and whatnot. So it's quite comfortable to get you started with data science if you are doing it with Anaconda and don't want to get inundated or frightened with all the installations and things. So this is the best way to start. I hope you get started with it. Alright, take care, bye bye.